Minister Justin Trudeau says up to 249,000 doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine will arrive on Canadian soil by the end of the month, with the first doses delivered next week. Health Canada is set to approve the vaccine from American-based pharmaceutical company Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech for use in Canada within days. Canada is set to receive 4 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine by March, beginning this month, which is enough to inoculate 2 million people with 2 doses each. The federal government has purchased 20 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine and has the option to buy 56 million more. Pfizer needs to store its vaccine at ultra-cold temperatures below minus 70 degrees Celsius, so the company is planning to ship the doses directly to provinces. Health Canada is also reviewing 3 other vaccine candidates, including one from Moderna, which is set to deliver 2 million doses to Canada in the first quarter of 2021.
Our top priority remains getting the vaccines out to those who need them most as quickly as possible. Our first shipments of a very small number of doses could arrive as early as next week.
The Ontario government is ready to distribute COVID-19 vaccines as soon as they are received, beginning with vaccinating vulnerable populations and those who care for them. As recommended by the COVID-19 Vaccine Distribution Task Force and alignment with the National Advisory Committee on Immunization, the province has identified key populations to receive the vaccine first, including long-term care and retirement home residents and the staff who provide care to these groups. The government approach is informed by science and prioritizes population groups that are at greatest risk of COVID-19. On December 4th at 3:30 in the afternoon, officers responded to a single vehicle collision that took place in the area of Farwell Terrace and Raymond Street. Through the investigation, officers learned that the driver of the vehicle, a 67-year-old man, was in medical distress prior to the collision. As a result of the collision, the driver and passenger, a 38-year-old woman, were transported to hospital with serious injuries. The man was later pronounced deceased. The investigation is ongoing.
And I am truly sorry for this. I really am. However, in my professional opinion, the greatest harm would be to allow COVID-19 to continue to spread at this rate.
Tighter public health restrictions come into effect in 3 Ontario regions today in a bid to stem the spread of COVID-19. Middlesex, London, and Thunder Bay will move into the orange zone of the province's color-coded tiered pandemic response plan. The Haliburton, Kawartha, Pine Ridge District Health Unit moves to the yellow category. The change to orange includes restrictions on visitors to long-term care homes and beefed-up testing in the facilities. The change to yellow includes limiting events and social gatherings to 10 people indoors and 25 outdoors, while organized public events are limited to 50 people indoors and 100 outdoors. The measures will remain in place for at least 28 days. In a statement made by the Prime Minister on the death of Honourable Ronald A. Irwin, Justin Trudeau relayed his condolences by saying on behalf of the Government of Canada, Sophie and him offer their prayers to wife Marge, family, friends, former colleagues, and the people of Sault Ste. Marie. Honourable Irwin was the former mayor of Sault Ste. Marie, a member of Parliament, a minister, lawyer, and diplomat. He also served Canada as Ambassador to Ireland and Consul General of Canada in Boston. He will be remembered as a visionary leader. Mr. Irwin was invested into the Order of Canada, a recipient of the Queen's Jubilee Medal, and received the Sault Ste. Marie Medal of Merit for his exceptional public service career spanning over 35 years. Honourable Irwin was born in Sault Ste. Marie and dedicated his life and career to community involvement and public service. He loved this city and served it with incredible leadership as a school trustee, city councillor, director of the Chamber of Commerce, and as mayor. In 1980, he was first elected as Member of Parliament for Sault Ste. Marie and served as Parliamentary Secretary to then Justice Minister Jean Chrétien. He was elected MP for a second term in 1993 and served as Minister of Indian Affairs and Northern Development. Algoma Public Health has released guidelines on how you and your family can safely celebrate this holiday season. APH is asking all residents of Sault Ste. Marie to spend the holidays this year with the people you live with and celebrating virtually with everyone else. Limiting contacts and in-person interactions reduces the risk of spreading COVID-19, while non-essential gatherings and travel should be avoided. Follow those public health topics to reduce your family and risk this holiday season. Please visit Sue online to view the guidelines for celebrating virtually, to keep your plans flexible, and details around dinners and social gatherings.
We will have your weather coming up right after this. Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
When it comes to peace of mind, think KC Security Services, a locally owned and operated security service, voted the best security company in Sault Ste. Marie. We specialize in mobile patrols and alarm responses. At KC Security, we also offer stationary guard services for commercial and residential properties, events, and more. Available 24 hours per day, 365 days a year.
KC Security Services, where peace of mind is a matter of choice, your one-stop shop for all your security needs.
This past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
COVID-19 is a serious public health threat. All Canadians must act now to reduce the spread. Avoid crowded places and practice social distancing. Avoid non-essential travel and stay home as much as possible. Self-isolate if you may have been exposed to COVID-19. Stay connected with neighbors, friends, and family. When you take care of yourself, you take care of others.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Police are currently conducting an investigation in the area of Edinburgh Street. There is a heavy police presence in the area, and the police are asking you to avoid the area of Edinburgh Street near North Street and Wellington Street West to allow the officers to conduct the investigation. Further details will be released as soon as they become available. On December the 3rd at approximately 11:35 a.m., members of the Superior East Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police were conducting a reduced impaired driving everywhere checkpoint on Highway 667 in Nimitz Township. While speaking with a motorist, officers observed unmarked cigarettes in plain view. A subsequent search of the vehicle led to the discovery of approximately $10,000 in Canadian currency, quantities of suspected cocaine, methamphetamine, and cannabis. In addition, officers located edged weapons and bear spray. As a result of the investigation, Jean-Daniel Lambert-Gosselin, 31 years of age from Ouidan, Quebec, was arrested and charged with possession of a substance for the purpose of trafficking and possession of property obtained by crime over $5,000. Mario LaRose Turcotte, 32 years of age, also from Quebec City, was arrested and charged with the same felonies. Both accused parties were released from custody and are scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice on February the 8th, 2021 in Chapleau. On December the 6th at approximately 6:10 p.m., members of the Superior East Detachment of the OPP responded to a disturbance call in Wawa. Officers attended two separate locations and arrested the two involved people. As a result of the investigation, a 29-year-old person from Wawa was charged with mischief, and a 31-year-old person also from Wawa was charged with mischief as well. Both parties were released and are scheduled to appear in court on January the 11th, 2021 in Wawa. Today, Bonnie Lysyk issued 13 value for money audits in her annual report, which also looked at consumer protection in the bereavement sector, the review and implementation of school curricula, and other issues. Lysyk's report highlights concern over the slow expansion of virtual healthcare services, Ontario's retirement homes having increased numbers of residents who should be in long-term care, and its gaming, alcohol, and cannabis regulator lacking transparency. Lysyk found Ontario has been slow to integrate virtual care services with its healthcare system, and while this government relaxed rules around billing for remote care this year to accommodate the surge in demand, that work will need to accelerate after the pandemic. The auditor found the Ontario Telemedicine Network, which offers remote care, and the Ministry of Health do not have effective systems and procedures in place to offer virtual care services more long-term in a cost-efficient manner to meet Ontarians' needs. What's more, she said, the audit found numerous cases where physicians had significantly high billings for virtual care, including one where a doctor billed $1.7 million for remote services in 2019-2020, and another $1.9 million for in-person services.